Today we're talking about websites. It's April of 2018 and I still sometimes find people that don't have a website. And I can't understand what these people are thinking. It's 2018. You need to have a website and you need to update your website. People are Googling your name all the time, especially if you are someone that's putting together a tour or people are recommending you. And I'll just tell you from example of what I'm doing right now. I'm in the middle of planning a tour in this month, April, May, and June of 2018 for the release of my new album. And I've been researching some musicians to play with me in different places, and people don't have websites. I don't get it. They think that their Facebook page somehow is gonna make up for it, or their Instagram page. But people just want to get in touch with you. So if you want people to be able to find you and get in touch with you, you need to have a website and you need to update it. I just got some messages from various club owners. I won't say any names here, but them talking about the fact that most people don't update their websites and that they get really annoyed when they book a musician and then they don't even bother to add on their website that they're playing at this place when the club owner is investing time, money, and energy bringing an artist in for a performance. So please, guys, take it seriously. Even though it's easier to only have Instagram, to only have Facebook, and to update all those social channels, your website still matters. The Google search results still matter when people plug in your name. You have to know what's coming up. You have to create content that you want to come up when people Google your name, and you have to make sure that you're updating your website. So if you don't update your website regularly, make sure you make it a resolution for the rest of the year. If you're like me and you're realizing we're already 25% of the way through 2018, and if you're not on track already for all of your goals that maybe you set at the beginning of the year, it might be a great time to go through some kind of goal setting routine. I'm going to link mine in the description below if you want to check that out. But it's already April. The year's flying by, so I hope you'll take a chance and think about your goals. You'll think about your website. And so thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here next week. The first thing that I want to talk about in regards to goals is talking about what I think creates good goals. And what I mean is, what are the qualities of a good goal, or what of a clear goal, or a goal that's easy to actually achieve and track our progress towards? And there's three things. I'm going to list them first, and then I'm kind of going to go through them. So first is specificity. Second is measurability. And third is the ability to kind of build one after the other. So about specificity. So the goals want to be as specific as you can make them. For example, if you say, I want to practice more, that's not specific. You would say, I want to practice more because I want to give a recital. So in order to give that recital, I know I need to practice at least 3 to 4 hours a day. And if I practice 3 hours, that'll be enough to get me prepared for that recital. But if I practice for 4, it's really going to get me ahead of the curve, and it's going to allow me to feel better once we get much closer to that recital. So be as specific as you can about the goal. So you have to determine what you want to do and how you want to do it. And that's a really specific goal. For me, specific goals that I set are specific skill sets that I want to get better at. Maybe it's on the trombone, maybe it's on the computer or on the business side of things. There's specific skill sets that I want to develop. So for me, I might say, I want to learn this skill by this time to complete this project. So all of those things lead to very specific goals, which leads you to the next point, which is, how are we going to measure these goals? So if you have a practicing goal, a great way to measure that would be by time, right? We can track how many minutes we practice or how many sessions that we practice, or we can just say, did we practice today? Did we not practice today? It could be that binary thing. It could be a time thing. It could be an instances thing. But we want to create a way to track our progress. Just like if you were trying to get strong and you're lifting weights, you're going to track how much weight you lifted, how many reps you did, so that you know when you're getting stronger. The same thing goes for practicing, the same thing goes for developing a skill set, the same thing goes for breaking down a large project into small steps. We can measure, did I do this step or not, right? So we want to do the same thing with our goals. So we have our specific goal, and then we say how we're going to measure it, and make sure that the goal is measurable, because if you just kind of leave it open to, I'm going to get better at my instrument, right? That's not specific at all. That's just totally subjective, and you want to be specific. I want to be able to do this thing, or play this piece, or improvise in this way, or play this solo. I want to know this number of tunes. I want to lead a band. Any of those things, those are specific goals that we can set, and we can measure our success. And then the goals that we set, we want to make sure that we can continue on to that goal. So if you're creating a practicing goal, say, oh great, okay great, for 1 month I practiced every day for 3 hours. Now I want to do it for 2. Now I want to do it for 3. Now I want to bump it up to 4 hours. You want to have an idea of where that goal is going to lead. But at the beginning, this is a very important thing. At the beginning, we want to set it small. So maybe you want to start, if it's a practicing goal, with I'm going to practice every day. And it doesn't matter how long for, right? And you get on a roll, and you don't want to break the chain. You don't want to break the success that you've had. So you keep on practicing 1 hour per day, and then eventually that becomes more and more and more, because we want to build.